welcome once again to your favorite show just for you. This show was cut out just to your liking and to give you information that is so worthy of hearing. I'm excited today. This is your man, Sonny Wayne Fella. And today, as I promised in my last video, that I was going to show you some updates, continue updates on the house we are putting up in Liberia, West Africa. I want to say thanks to you, my subscribers, and those of you who have commented on the videos that I've put up. I am so pleased and blessed to have you watching my videos and making relevant comments. It's just a blessing to be in your presence today, to be wherever you might be sitting, before your computer or your television or your cell phone or whatever the case is, back in Liberia or in the United States or wherever part of the world you are at. I'm so blessed for the opportunity, and I want to say thank you. Thank you. Please, if you have not subscribed, I will ask your indulgence. Just a few days ago, I started putting up videos, and I've gotten fairly, good number of subscribers, and I'm really excited. And I'm going to try the utmost best, my utmost best, not to let you down. So I will try to find relevant stuff, things that you need as information to let you know, the progress we are making in Liberia. And I would like to share other people's progress as well. So if you have something you're doing in Liberia and you want me to know about it, or you want the world to know, contact Sonny Wayne Fella, and I will surely be glad to say something about it or to show it out there using my platform. Today I'm going to show you, just a little bit of what we are still doing, and I want your comment. If you would like to say something about it, please let me know. What we did was we started doing some little development on the building, but then for whatever reasons, we asked the person who was doing certain work, and you will see the work. He did it beautifully downstairs and at the back of the house, but when he came to the front of the house, he did what we asked him to do on the downstairs, but when he went to the top, he decided to do his own thing. And I think it's not new to any Liberian. Most time, our people always tend to want to do what they think is best for you, instead of asking questions or discussing it when they didn't understand it appropriately, or they didn't understand it perfectly well. Sometimes they just go and do things, and then we had to now call them back after they got done, pay them again, bought food, and had to hire people to cook, people to draw water for the second time after they had done things that we did not ask them to do. So he had to go and redo the pillars on the upstairs section of the house. Something you're going to see. Maybe you will see the one he did first and the one he did second. So we are excited, all right? We are excited. We are progressing. And sooner than later, we might turn our skeleton, to something that is more, that you can occupy and live in there. So that's our plan. And I just want to keep reminding you, Liberia is our home. Don't feel discouraged. I know there are so many people out there who say, I'm not going to Liberia. Liberia is too this. Liberia is too that. Yeah, you're not going to go to Liberia, but I tell you, something going to make you go to Liberia. I promise you that. With the situation we see in the air, my brother, my sister, I think you better start walking away from those kind of thoughts and ideology, because I go to Liberia many times and I go and have a great time there, and I come back to the States and nothing. I'm just fine. Nobody have done anything wrong to me. Nobody have robbed me. I remember when we were putting up the slab, we were a little bit afraid because there were lots and lots of people that came over to help out. even though they were paid, but we didn't know them. We just saw these guys, I don't know how 20 some more guys or whatever had our fence filled with people, and they were all working trying to get a slab, because I understand you have to do the slab one time. And they were all there holding sand and rocks and the cement and mixing them and holding it upstairs and using the wheelbarrow to lay the slab. And we were a little bit skeptical, because these guys, people came, oh, they are Zogos. And, I don't like that word, Zogos. They are just less fortunate, okay? And I think they were trying to earn the keep. And that's something I was really proud of them for. So they did the work. And I'm telling you, amazingly, after they got done, they all left. Nobody came to where we were sitting. And I'm not saying, we didn't tell them not to come there. No, we did not. When we go to Liberia, we associate with our people. We interact with them. We talk to them. We hug them. We shake their hands. We do everything. We are all Liberians. Regardless of me being somewhere else, guess what? I was even worse than those guys once upon a time. I remember I used to eat bitter ball in palm butter for meat. I used to go and hunt for tabadu. I think we all know possum, right? I used to go hunt for that stuff. My skin was so dark. And I even made a farm. I made a farm. We scratched that farm. I was the soccer coach for the town. And because of that, all of them came to help me out with the farm. They felled the trees and they burned it. The ladies came, they scratched the farm. The guys came and they did what they could, and we planted cassava and rice and all of these things. But then when the time came, I would say fortunately and unfortunately, I had to leave to come to the States, or to go to Ghana and then on to the States. So I still, give my heart out to these wonderful people there in Nimba, in Bopley to be exact, who were so kind to my family and I, to help us out through the processes that we're going through. The difficult times, boy, it was tough. We used to go and pick green plum, and I just give you a little story that my life was no better than those that they are calling Zogos. Yeah, I never stole, and I don't think people steal for no reason, even though it's wrong if people ever did. But that's one thing I never did. Steal. I don't know whether people actually, those guys, they just call them that name because they're less fortunate. But they are like us, and even some of them, definitely, I can assure you, were better off than me. I used to walk miles every day to go to school, and I would hide behind the fence of the school that I was going to, Institute of Professional Studies, and I would be sweating because I would walk miles to get to school, and I would stand by the wall and get the sweat dry out, and then when I go to class, people would be pulling the chair away from me because the sweat had stuck on my body. It was smelly. But these are things that I went through, and people go through their own section, their own time. And today, here am I, and when I see these less fortunate guys, I interact with them because I know I was even worse than some of them before. I consider them as brothers, and even the ladies are sisters. But actually, I've never met any less fortunate woman since I've been going to Liberia. I know there are guys that work for us and work with us. Did I say for us? I'm sorry. They work with us, even though I pay them, but they work with us. We all work together, and I appreciate them. So, guys, the people who are catering to our property over there, Imas and his fiance, Debbie, they just got a new kid recently. Her name is Amasha Flomo. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, they're doing a great job for us. Great job. They're taking care of our properties. They are making sure that everything is in order. Nothing is taken that shouldn't be. Giving us some ideas, sending us the information that we need. And man, it's just amazing how God has blessed us with this couple who are so fair and so genuine. They're just a blessing to have around us. And we're so blessed to have them. But anyways, without further ado, let me leave all the rambling because I know maybe you might be tired here listening to me. But We are Liberians, and we got to talk good about our people and our country. The country seems to be doing well. President Boyka, he's doing the best he can, I believe. And I hope in the next 4 years or whatever, he will do far better than what he's doing today. So let us support him, let us stand with him. And Liberia will be a better place for all of us to live, because Liberia is rising and it will rise more than ever before. So let's go to the videos and then we can watch and see what we've been talking about. Leave me your comment. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, okay? Hit that notification bell so each time I put a video up, you will be able to watch it along with me and others. I appreciate you, and may God richly bless you.